looking back on a year in South London, a year in charge of Dulwich Hamlet. When you look back on the last 371 days, I think it is, because it was your year anniversary at the weekend. What are your thoughts on the last year or so?
Well, it was tough at the beginning for everybody concerned for different reasons. It was even tough to accept that we went down by 1 goal, not even 1 point. So that was really, really tough. Emotions were up and down. And, we went down by 1 goal, and I don't think we deserved that, because when I actually came in, we picked up a lot of points. And I keep going back to it again. I had to leave. I had an absence of leave from the club because I lost my mother. And that may have played a significant role in where we ended up. But the team were in capable hands with Terry and Erdal. And, it was a tough time. And then obviously decisions had to be made for the best for everybody concerned. And I decided to overhaul and bring in a brand new squad together, and that's what we did. Took a bit of time, and it has taken a bit of time for the team to get to grips with how I want to do things and what I want to do. I have a way of doing things. If you lose the ball, I want it retained back in a certain amount of time. And when we get the ball, I want to play directional and go one way only, and I want to play with pace and strength. And, when you put all the players into the melting pot, it took them a little bit of time to adjust from where they've come. 90% of them never played together before. And it was frustrating in the beginning for me, to be honest with you, because I was finding it difficult to get my point of view across. But the boys from day one have been absolutely fantastic. And now we can see a true reflection of where we want to be, hopefully. And long may that continue. This is a great football club, and I used to come here before, and I used to think, I'd love to manage this club one day. And I got the opportunity. And when a team like Dulwich Hamlet comes calling, it's very, very hard to resist. I had another offer on the table from a National League team, but this was something which I had to do and take, because I think it's a massive, massive football club with, by the way, fantastic people running it, fantastic people. And I'm talking about everybody connected with the club, the people behind the scenes, the chairman, everybody connected with this football club are all in it together and all want the team and the club to do as well as they possibly can. Not that other football clubs don't, but this is quite unique. You have to experience it. You have to be here to see it. And I just love coming in. I love coming into work.
You mentioned your mum there.
Yeah.
I know we speak about your mum quite a lot in private with Terry and Erdal and
Yeah.
Joe and Fred and all that kind of stuff. But just for the supporters, you want to know how actually important was the conversation?
Well, she
you had
was
with your mum
pivotal for me coming here. I got a phone call the same day. I got a phone call from Dulwich, and I'm ever grateful for that phone call. She was not in a serious state at that time, because I had to go back when it got serious. And I said to her, I've been shortlisted for a National League job of one of three, and I've been offered the job at Dulwich Hamlet Football Club. And I don't think it's the right time for me to do anything because of your health. So I left the room, and my siblings went in, and she called me back in, and she said to me, look, I used to have fantastic times in South London going to see your granddad, who was from Bermondsey. Maybe this is an omen, and if they're good people, take the job and I'll hang on for you. I took her words. Everyone had a confidant, didn't they? My mum was the go-to person for me whenever I needed anything. I took it. I didn't, I thought, right, she's probably right. It's better to be wanted and not wanted, and being wanted is unbelievably special. And I was wanted by Dulwich, and I couldn't resist. After talking to Didi and then the chairman, it was clear to me that these are the right people, this is the right club, and this is the right moment. Even though my mum was not well, it was the right moment. And I got on a plane after speaking to the chairman at 9 o'clock at night, and I was in London midday, straight into to Dulwich, and haven't regretted that decision once at all. And it's a great place, honestly. It's a great place to come to work. But what makes this place special, and people may say, well, why is it more special than the other people, other clubs that you've worked at? And I've been fortunate to work at some fantastic clubs and won some great things with other football clubs. But there's something so special about this place that you can't even put your finger on it sometimes. People here can't do enough for you. People here are willing to go over and beyond to make their football club a better place. People here will do anything they possibly can to make it comfortable for everybody that's connected with the football club. And that's not a detriment to other places where I've worked or what they've done, but this is quite a unique place. And, you know, and I say that, I think Gavin Rose, who's a friend of mine, done a fantastic job at this football club, and he was here, I believe, for 13 years. Let's try and emulate what Gavin done. Let's try and gather some speed, gather some momentum. I'm a great believer on us, not them. I'm a great believer that everybody has to be in it together. And I'm talking about the person that cleans the turnstiles and the stands, to the kit man, to the secretary, to everybody. Everybody's in it together, because ultimately the team is just not the team on the pitch. The team is everybody that's off the pitch as well, because they gear themselves up for that Saturday. They get everything ready for that Saturday. So when the team wins, we all win. And that's so unique and special. And, from Claire, from Mel, to yourself, to Joe, Liam, the chairman, everybody just connected, Gavin, just great people. And the support we get is amazing. And we have a job to do. There's going to be highs and lows, and last season was a bit of a low. And probably at the start of the season, everyone's thinking, well, Dulwich are a heartbeat. Are they going to get it right? And it's consistency that we're looking for now. And we're slowly getting there. But make no bones, make no mistakes about it. The better we do, and I'll get the opportunity, I'll try and strengthen in the right areas to make us a better team, to make us a better football club on and off the pitch. You come in, you've got to set standards, you've got to set your own way of working. And like I said, I incorporate everything in what we do. Everyone's in the office together. There's no them and us, there's no divide. Yeah. Everybody gets their hands in and does their little bit, and we work well together.
You talked about the team off the pitch, the team upstairs. Talk about people like Terry, Erdal, Alex, Hernan, Fred, the
support team.
How important have they been?
Well, everybody's been vitally. I mean, I've worked with Terry Harris now at 3 clubs. I've worked with him at Maidstone, I've worked with him at Luton, I've worked with him at Dagenham, and now here, 4 clubs. And in 2 of them clubs, we've been successful. 1 promotion, well, even 3. I was even at Dagenham, but I was more of a director role, director of football role, or head scout role. We won 3 promotions. Someone who I lean on quite often, quite influential with me. Yeah. We don't agree about everything. We're quite set in our ways. We do things slightly different. But, he's someone that I trust, who I work with really well. And I've got a lot of time and respect for him. And we've worked together now at 4 clubs. And in all them clubs that we worked at, we're quite meticulous in the way we do things. We do due diligence, always being done. Checks are being done on players, on teams, ratings, performance, things like that. So he's important to me. Erdal, obviously I employed him when I was at my last job, but he has a wealth of knowledge, not only as a S&C coach, but as a coach as well. So he sometimes says to me about the loads that I've got to give him in cooperation with the physio, who I employed this season, Sid, who's done ever so well for a young lad. He's come in and he's quite mature for his age, and he's done well as well. And then, of course, there's Hernan, who was here last year, who I've kept on, who's a great kid, willing to learn, works hard, does everything the right way. What's asked of him by me, because I'm quite meticulous on looking at certain things, numbers and stats and stuff like that, and he's been really good. He does all the clipping for me of the games. He does all the clippings of other games, so he's good. And of course, there's Alex, who's new. I've been new to me, and he's been working with me this season. He's been absolutely fantastic. Now, sometimes that team has to click, has to be a good sort of atmosphere in there, and the atmosphere is spot on at the moment. Of course, then there's you, who I work with really closely. And well, you're a big part of the team, and then everybody knows that I work really closely with Joe as well. And that support team that I've got, along with the kit man, by the way,
He's not a bad right winger. With you.
he's
On
not bad,
Tuesday,
Freddie.
2
Yeah,
goals in training.
Freddie's all right, and he works hard. You know, these people all add up to what you're doing. It's just not about me. You know, if I win an accolade, the first person that's going to get all the praise is the team, not me. Or if the team get an accolade, the biggest accolade should be going to the support staff, because I actually believe it's them that's pushing the team with my instructions or my sort of guidance to what we want. That they deserve as much credit as the team on the pitch.
The women's team walked past second
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
loud as they always are. You talk a lot about this one club ethos that you want to implement, and we seem to have got there. Got there now. You've joined the Pepper Army on Sundays. You've joined the Rabble at games as well.
Yeah.
How incredible are the support?
Unbelievable. I can't, you know, for the level that we're at, the support is probably the best anywhere up and down the country. I think we must be in the top 7 best supported non-league clubs up and down the country. We're better supported than most football league clubs. It's just now finding that niche, finding that connection, putting it all together, and slowly working our way up the pyramid. Because I actually believe that's where they deserve to be, further up, much further up. But Rome wasn't built in a day. Rolling your sleeves up, working hard. If anyone knows about doing this job and how you got to do it, it's constant. You got to be constantly on it. And you know, what better place than to do it than there?
We'll leave it there, and hopefully we'll be doing another one of these in 12 months.
Cheers, mate.